Welcome to Kaleidoquiz with the Wesley Waffles. And our story for the evening. Here we go. Disclaimer: sexual themes, references to abortion. If you're not comfortable with that, get someone else to read the story. If no one on your team is comfortable with that, contact us. Well, I'm comfortable with that. Chapter 1, Conception. Danny sat in his living room, twiddling his thumbs, wondering of the day to come. He looked at his dad and began to spoke, but his dad left the room, so it was too late. He pouted slightly. That night he went to bed, feeling lonelier than ever before. It was his birthday, and his dad completely forgot. No one didn't forgot. Just as he began to enter the REM sleep stage, he heard a crack on his window. He sprung right up. So did his penis. He walked quietly to the window and looked through. There she was, Sam. Sam, what are you doing here? He asked her. Ambivalent. He was dating a chick named Cindy at the time, but he was pretty lonely that evening and his penis was already up. Danny, hey, I just wanted to say, happy birthday. You remembered? Danny mentally screamed with joy. Someone remembered him. Oh God! Of course I did. I've just been stuck in my room because my dad was yelling at me all day. Sam smiled. So can I come in? Oh, sure. Danny opened the window and slid her in. So, I bought you some pizza. I know how you never eat when you're upset. Sam handed Danny the pizza, and he pulled it out of her hands. He wanted to get this eating part over with, so he could bang her. He was quick to wolf down the pizza, hardly ever taking time to chew. It slid right down his throat, just like Sam slid right through the window, and he'll slide right in her later. If you know what I mean. Oh, Danny, you sure are hungry today. You betcha I am, little missy. He smirked. You know what else I'm hungry for? Your penis? They winked at each other. Then they banged all night. Chapter 2, 8.5 months later. Sam woke up that morning feeling very nauseous. She thought for a few minutes and realized she's pregnant. She had sex about 8.5 months ago. Maybe that's why her gut's so huge. She pondered the thought before texting Danny. Hey babe, I got your kid in my belly, lol. Danny, who had just woke up from a disappointing night at work at the horse factory, cried upon reading the text. He wasn't ready to be a dad. He was only 28. He had so much more growing up to do before he could even consider moving out of his parents' basement. He cried for all the lost years he was about to lose. Babe, you take that, babe, and you abort it. No, Danny, it's too latte. Danny ran to her house, assuming that the baby was born, and Sam didn't have the guts to kill it herself. He busted through her door and found her alone, on her back, with a huge belly the size of his own body. Perhaps the baby was that big already? They only had sex a couple months ago. Wait, it's September? Lol. When are you giving birth? He asked. It should be about 2 weeks. Oh God, we can't have a bastard child. Oh no. Danny smiled and took out a ring. Sam spazzed out! She said yes before Danny even asked the question. And with that, they were husband and wife. Chapter 3, 2 weeks later. Sam lay down on the operating table to give birth to the baby. She smiled and held Danny's hand. In one fellow swoop, she starred out the baby, and Danny smiled and hugged the baby and stared at him. He had white hair. He was a ghost already. Danny was proud and proud and proud. He'd make a fine son to a fine, fine, handsome pa. Danny cried tears of joy, but they were blood, because he is a man and he does not store his tears in his face like sissy little girly men. No, no. Sam thought, gee, I can't believe this is the man to come big care of my little baby kid. They will live good life together. She began to cry tears of happiness, and they were blue water, not blood, 'cause she is a lady. Danny grabbed the kid and ran. Woo! He realized Sam wasn't fit to be a mom. She was dumb, and she banged a stupid ghost dude in the middle of the night about 270 nights ago. That was a bad idea. 'Twas stupid. He ran and ran and ran. And the cops chased after him because he was stealing the baby. One of the cops was actually envious of Danny. He was always wanted his own kid, but he only shot blank shots, so he could not give his wife pregnant. No kids for him. He cried as he looked at Danny and planned to steal the baby for himself. Manuela, the baby had plans of his own. He planned to escape and bang that hot baby from the grocery aisle. She was hot and shit. The sparkle in her ass was like the sun. He skipped to her and smell and kin. She was the one. She wished. Cause soul zukul death. Deus. He's fleshed before his is. He dead in the operating table. Dish perder yo so shit lick D. To be continued.